Hey guys, happy Sunday. It's Easter weekend. I hope you're all having a lovely long weekend. Not that it's really a long weekend unless you are working, which I know that some of you are. So it is a long weekend. Question of the day. What do you highly recommend to most people that you meet? Me personally, I highly recommend to most people that I meet that they do CrossFit, funnily enough. I strongly believe in what it is that we do at CrossFit. I strongly believe it is the best way to get fit and to get healthy, and I do believe that health is wealth. I love coaching CrossFit. I love everything that I've learned through my coaching at CrossFit. I believe that CrossFit transfers over to everyday life far better than the likes of the sort of thing we do with personal training and at the Global Gym. You know, the functional fitness, you know, the fact that you do get coaching in every class, nutrition, everything. Anyway, I do strongly believe in CrossFit, and that is what I recommend to most people that I meet. Anyway, so for today, guys, we don't have any classes available on Zoom, but we still are offering programming for you to be able to do at home, and in the space of wherever your isolation bubble may be. Okay. So for our warm-up for today, we've got 2 rounds of 10 groiners, 10 bootstrappers, 10 pike to push-up, and 10 dead bugs. Okay, groiners, bootstrappers, and pike to push-up, we do those in class regularly, so I'm not going to go over those movements for today. However, our dead bugs is one that you may need reminding on what that is. So with the dead bugs team, that is coming down onto your back on the floor, engaging that core, pushing your lower back into the floor, bringing your knees up and bringing your arms up into this 90-degree angle, okay? From here, we're doing opposite arm, opposite leg, going backwards, all right? And then meeting back in the middle, controlling that movement all the way down, okay? Opposite arm and opposite leg. Takes a lot of concentration. I quite often get the giggles doing them because I always end up doing the wrong arm and wrong leg. So that's our warm-up, okay, 2 rounds, 10 groiners, 10 bootstrappers, 10 pike to push up, and then 10 dead bugs, going through that twice. After you've done that, team, take yourself into 2 rounds of 10 thrusters, 10 deadlifts, 10 up-downs, and then 10 V-ups or tuck-ups, depending on where you are within that movement there. With those thrusters, team, you're going to use your backpack, your dumbbell, or your kettlebell. You're going to deadlift that backpack up, bring it into your front rack position. From here, you're going to squat down to below parallel, driving up with those hips and thrusting that backpack overhead. Okay, just like so. With that movement there, team, if you need to scale that movement, or for whatever reason, if going overhead is an issue for you, then you can hold that backpack, kettlebell, or dumbbell into the front rack position and go for front squats. If squatting is becoming an issue for you, then you can scale that by doing the push press and driving that overhead. Okay. After you've got your 10 thrusters, you've got your 10 deadlifts. Okay, so having that object between your legs. From here, keeping a nice flat torso, send those hips down and back, and deadlifting that object up. With this movement here, guys, really focus on having that nice big chest and keeping that back nice and flat. Okay, from here, driving that object up overhead, keeping it nice and close on throughout that movement. With your up downs, you're going to come down into that high plank position, jump those feet as close to your object as you can, and then deadlift that object back up. Okay, feet back, feet up nice and close, and then deadlifting that object back up. With your V-ups, lying yourself on the floor. You're going for the full V-up, arms out in front of your head, feet forward, and then it's coming through, whoa, like so, trying to get into that nice V position. Okay, from there you can bring your knees and your hands down and go for the tuck-ups. Okay, so with your tuck-ups, it's bringing like so. Okay, so once you've done 2 rounds of that, that's our warm-up done. Oh, I've got the puffs already. Then we're going into our strength part, okay? For our strength today, team, we have got 3 sets of an active squat hold, an active press up hold, and a hollow hold. Okay, with that active squat hold, we're coming down into the bottom of our squat. So taking that squat, feet hip width apart, coming down into the bottom of your squat. From here, making sure that you've got your 3 points of contact on the ground. Okay, big toes on the ground, your heels on the ground, you're spreading that floor apart, knees are tracking over your feet, and you've got a big chest. And you're going to hold this position here for the 45 seconds. With this active squat, guys, it's not just sitting into the bottom of the squat like so. Bring that chest up and actively hold that squat. Okay? From there, we're going into a press up hold with your active press up hold. Coming into your high plank position. From here, coming down into the bottom of that press up. Keeping that core on, glutes nice and tight, and having those elbows nice and close to your waist. From there, we're going into the hollow holds and a 45-second hollow hold. So with your hollow hold, coming down onto your back, crunching through that midline, trying to get your shoulders off and getting those legs up. Okay, from here, holding this for 45 seconds. You can bring your arms down if you need to, and you can bring your knees up, as long as you are actively crunching through that midline and driving that belly button to the floor so the flat of your lower back is flat on the floor. So that's our strength component. You're going to hold each movement for 45 seconds, and you're going to have 15-second rest in the middle, and you're going to go through that for 3 sets. From there, team, we've got a workout. Our workout consists of 3 separate EMOMs. Each EMOM is 5 minutes long, and with each movement in the EMOM, the reps increase with every minute, okay? So for the first EMOM, every minute on the minute, you're going to perform some backpack thrusters. For the first minute, you're going to do 10 backpack thrusters. For the second minute, you're going to do 15 backpack thrusters. For the third minute, 20 backpack thrusters. Fourth minute, 25 backpack thrusters. And for the fifth minute is 30 backpack thrusters, okay? So it's a 5-minute EMOM, and you're increasing your reps every minute. If you fail, then you stick with your final number. So if you fail in your third minute, meaning 20 thrusters, then you stick with that number for the remainder of the EMOM, okay? So just like I demonstrated in the warm-up with those 10 backpack thrusters, okay? You're going to clean your object up into your front rack position. From here, squatting down below parallel, using those hips to drive that object up overhead, punching that head through at the top, okay? If you are using a single dumbbell or a single kettlebell and you're needing to do it on either arm, that is totally fine. For your 10 backpack thrusters, you can do 5 on each arm. For your 15 backpack thrusters, you can do 7 on one arm and 8 on the other. Making sure that when you come into your 20, you start on whatever side it is that you needed to move on to the next time, just to try and keep it even, okay? But if you need to move to single arm, then that is fine. After you perform that one, you're going to rest 1 minute, then we're going to move on to our second EMOM. Again, with the second EMOM team, it is 5 minutes. This time we are doing backpack up downs. For this one here, in the first minute, you're going to do 4 backpack up downs. The second minute, you're going to do 8 backpack up downs. Third minute, 12 backpack up downs. Fourth minute, 16 backpack up downs. And the fifth minute, you're going to do 20 backpack up downs. So this time, every minute, it increases by 4 reps. Okay? With those backpack up downs, you start with that object or dumbbell or kettlebell between your legs. From here, team, you jump down into that high plank position, jump those feet as close as you can to that object, and then deadlift it up. Okay, with this movement, guys, I want you to focus on bringing those feet as close to that object as you can so that you're not having to take a step in. So rather than jumping your feet to here, standing up, needing to step closer to your object, then deadlifting it up, I want to see you guys jumping back and trying to get those hips nice and high and bringing those feet as close as you can before you deadlift that object up. Okay? From that one there, team, you will rest another minute. Then we'll go on to our final EMOM for our workout. With this one here, guys, we've got V-ups or tuck-ups. So you will know from your warm-up where your scaling option is and where it is that you're at. And you will do 10 V-ups in the first minute, 15 in the second, 20 in the third, 25 in the fourth minute, and 30 in the final minute. With these ones here, guys, really concentrate on keeping that back flat on the floor and crunching through that midline, okay? If you do need to take a break throughout this, then please do so, and just try and get through those reps as you can. Okay, 10, 15, 20, that should be reasonably manageable. By the time you get to 25 and 30, try and push through to get those as best as unbroken you can. But if you do need to break it up, then that's absolutely fine, okay? Keep that core on nice and tight. Rib cage down, pelvis coming up, crunching through that ab line and pushing that back flat onto the floor. After that one there, team, we've got an optional finisher. As though we haven't done enough midline already, we are honestly going to come back with a much stronger core than we did when we left, because we've been doing a lot of midline and that's fantastic. For our optional finisher, guys, 3 sets, 30 hollow flutter kicks, rest for 15 seconds, 5 side plank rotations, 5 on one side, 5 on the other, 15 seconds rest, rotate through for 3 sets. Hollow flutters, guys, it's coming into that hollow hold position that we're all getting very familiar with, arms out to the side, and flutter kicks like so, okay? So just as always, rib cage down, pelvis up, crunching through the middle, pushing that back onto the floor as far as possible, and holding from here. Arms to the side if you need to, knees up, and fluttering from here if you need to. Side plank rotations, starting on your side, bringing that hips up, squeezing that butt, squeezing those glutes, locking those knees together, one arm up, roll those shoulders forward, thread the needle in and through, and open back out. Roll those shoulders forward, thread the needle back and through, and then open back out, okay? And that's our side plank rotation. So you'll do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. And that's it, okay? As I said, guys, if you're unsure, flick me a message, more than happy to help. Otherwise, enjoy your Sunday, have a lovely long weekend. It's Easter, eat some chocolate, go and enjoy yourself, work it all off next week.